G'day and welcome to Bunnies TV. It's Mavo here. And the big news is the Trell Mitchell is back, baby. And it's a strong lineup that's been named by Coach JD. We've already got Paul Cullen in the live chat. Hello, mate. Thanks for your support. I'm just waiting for the live stream to kick in here. And while I do that, let me just show you the Batch 37 licorice. The best licorice on the planet. Soft, super soft, Batch 37, brought to you by Darryl Lee, where there is something special in every bite. And there it is. It's just come up now. Let me have a listen. Yeah, there you go. So that's fine. Yeah, so the big news, Latrell Mitchell's back, and JD has named a strong lineup. Before we get to that, just mention that I am back from a partial knee replacement. Recovering well. Thank you to everyone who's reached out and asked how I'm going. I'm going good. We've also got the Bunnies TV hoodies. You might have saw a bit of stuff we've done, established in 2019. They're $50. And you got the Bunnies TV logo on the back and the writing on the front. I don't want to get caught up there. We've also got the black T-shirts. The Bunnies TV logo on the front. They're $20. Now, we add postage if you need it, $10.90 for one of those Australia Post packs. And there's a link in the description of this video for you to purchase that merchandise. So, yeah, and welcome to our live chatters. You can leave a super chat or a super sticker so that your comment stands out. I've got it right in front of me here. So far, we've just got Paul Cullen, channel member. Little icon next to his name stands out. Yeah, so let me just turn that down. So let's have a look at the team. Latrell Mitchell is the big inclusion, obviously. The superstar fullback is back. And when I spoke to JD a couple of weeks ago, he said that maybe Latrell might be an extra week. He doesn't want to rush him, but he's obviously ready. The Rabbitohs put up a video of him at training the other day. You could see he was running inside and out and hitting the deck. He's ready. He's back, and it's a great timing for the club because it's a big clash on Friday night at 8 o'clock, Sunshine Coast Stadium. It's sold out. It's a blockbuster. Adam Reynolds is going to lead the Broncos against the Bunnies. We'll go through their lineup in a minute, excuse me, and I'll just have a sip of the Bunnaby water. Premium structured water. And Gina Louise has joined us in the chat and said, yay, Trell is back. Said, well. So not only is Latrell back, but also we've got Campbell Graham, Stretch, who signed a 3-year extension yesterday, and it was great news. Congratulations to Campbell Graham. I couldn't think of a more worthy bloke to re-sign for this club. He's given great service. He's played 130-odd games, I think it is now, and he's got plenty more to come. He's still only a young man. He's one of the best centres in the game. He scored, I think, 14 tries from 15 appearances this year. He's played for his country, and he's a local junior. On top of that, he's a good bloke too, so I can't think of a better guy to re-sign. So well done to Mark Ellison and the team there behind the scenes at the Bunnies. So, yeah, so Stretch is back. And also we've got Hame Sele back and Jai Arrow. He's a handy inclusion as well. We'll just go through the team. So you've got Latrell Mitchell at fullback, Alex Johnston and Tane Milne on the wing. Now, Tane Milne's in for Tyrone Munro. He's not named anywhere. I've had a look, so he may be injured. I'll have to check that if I can at training. So no Tyrone Munro. Tane Milne will play right wing. In the centres, we've got Isaiah Tass and Campbell Graham. Cody Walker and Lachlan Ilias. Cody Walker, special mention. What an Origin Game 3 he had. It just goes to show that what class this guy's got. And they say a good NRL player can't be considered great until they've excelled at Origin. Well, Cody has now ticked that box. And I wrote that in my Team List Tuesday article that I just put out. So if you want to have a read of that, it's got all the pathways teams and all the squads for this weekend. We'll get to the pathways in a little while. Junior Tatala and Hame Sele will start up front with Cookie at hooker. Keon Kalamatangi and Jai Arrow and Cameron Murray at the back. So what a back three that is. And Keon as well, special mention. The hand of Keon when he just went and flicked the ball on its way to help set up a try in the corner for Brian. Oh, I think it was. What a try that was. I was just watching that and went, wow. The Blues' performance was very satisfying. The fact that our boys were all out there carving them up. And, you know, Cameron Murray, he started with him at lock, and look what happened. They dominated. So Freddie came to his senses when it was too late, but they played well. Now let me just have a look at the bench. So Blake Taft's moved to 14. Had a good game against the Doggies. Liverhavili is on the interchange with Thomas Burgess and Jacob Host. That is a powerful bench. So Liverhavili, Big Tommy Burgess, and Jacob Host is back from that 2-week suspension. So welcome back to all of those guys. The extended bench has got Jed Cartwright, Tallis Duncan, Peter Mamozelis, Davey Mwale, and Dean Hawkins. So a couple of surprises there that aren't in there, one of them being Davey Mwale, but I suppose you can't put them all in. Another one, Tallis Duncan can consider himself unlucky after the way he played last week. One of the best tries you'll ever see to open your account in the NRL. So he's a good player. Tallis, unfortunately, he's missed out, and they've all been named to play on Sunday against the Knights at Redfern Oval for that double header, which I said I'm going to talk about later. So we'll just go back to the live chat. We've got Aaron Waigoda, who said loves to see Taff in the squad. Yes, he's a local boy. We love his family. Shout out to Mum, Darren and Dot, and you know he's playing the 14 role because he's making way for Latrell at the back. Karina Haas has joined us from Germany. Hello, big supporter of us here on the show. Trev Gillis, channel member. Hello, mate. Hope you're bowling well. So yeah, a lot of channel members are in here. And Gina Louise said, I thought we had a home game this weekend. No, well, we haven't got a home game for a while now. So the Women's World Cup kicks off on Thursday at Eight Course Stadium. And there's, I think, 35 games in Sydney at all the different stadiums. So we're on a huge road trip. It's a 13,000-kilometre road trip, one paper reported, starting on the Sunshine Coast. Then we shoot down to Tamworth, across to Perth to take on the Sharks, back up to Queensland, and here, there and everywhere. So it is a daunting road trip, but a lot of the clubs are going to have to do it. So it's not just going to be us. Now, Sam said Shane Munro was dropped. Well, I'm not sure if he's been dropped because he's not named in the pathways that I can see. So I will check that. But I did have a look, and I don't think he is. And here's Brett Mailing has joined us from Bali. Hello, mate. Terima kasih. Apa kabar? Yeah, I'm going over in November, Mailer. We have to catch up for a 60th birthday. Paul Cullen said Munro is injured. And Trev Gillis said, yeah, not bad on the indoor Warilla bowling green at the moment. There you go. Down the Gong area, rolling them down the indoor, having a couple of beverages, I bet, and loving life. Big supporter of the show here, Trev Gillis, channel member. Yeah, so where was I? Talking about Bali, I got excited. So, so there's some great individual stories with this team. So you've got Latrell Mitchell, the Tari Ferrari. He's rolled out of the garage. He's humming and ready to roar. So what a time to come back, and what a game for him to explode into. Look for a big one from him on Friday. And Reece Walsh is the opposite fullback who got blessed with letting them use an origin game as his suspension. But anyway, you want to play against their best side, and it's a pretty good side. Payne Haas is back, Pat Carrigan. So we're going to need to be on our game. We did beat them last time. You all remember we hammered them, actually. Stretch scored a hat-trick. I think Trell scored a double. But they've only lost 5 games all year. They're going to be up for this one. I suspect that's going to be closer than the 36-2 or 32-6 smashing we give them last time. But we shall see. Jai Arrow, the gentleman Jai, is back from his syndesmosis injury, and what a time to be back too. Welcome back. He looked a forlorn figure at train and walk around in that moon boot. But and Trev said, no grog for me. Oh, that's right. He doesn't drink. Sorry about that. We'll have one for you, Trev. No worries. And yes, Gina Louise said, is Jai back this weekend too? Yes, he is. He is back. So he's a welcome return. He's missed games for the Maroons and Rabbitohs, but now this forward pack is better with Jai Arrow back in it. Campbell Graham, another inclusion. He's had a bit of time off. We missed him, I think, last game, and I think he's had maybe a sternum problem, but he's fit. he's ready to go, and he'll take his place on the right side inside Tane Milne and look for the rampaging right to get right amongst it on Friday night. Cody Walker, like I said, he's proved himself at the highest level now, and look for some great ball to the likes of AJ on the lethal left. AJ3, Alex Johnston, is equal third with Beaver Menzies, and he's on the verge of being on the podium on his own in Origin in all-time try-scoring list. So if he goes to 181, he will be third on his own, and then on his way to overtaking Billy Slater on 190 tries. So, but we'll just be happy to see AJ get out there and carve him up on the left side. Keon's back as well, full of confidence after his Origin dream debut. Not only did he do that tap-on for a try, which was magnificent, but his tough carries on the right edge, and his defence was rock solid. He played big minutes. He did not let his state down for the first time he represented him. There's no doubt about it, and I believe he'll be one of the first blokes picked next year when they name that side. And a bit dry. You go for a bit more Barnaby water. Hame Saleh was a late withdrawal last week, I think, as well. So, and he's been great for us all year. It'd be good to get his go forward in the middle on Friday night. And Cam Murray, what do you say about him? He's a brilliant ball player. He's got an excellent running game. He's an elite defender and an inspirational leader. And we'll see more of that on Friday night, I'm sure. But there's plenty of others that I haven't mentioned there. There's, blokes like Tommy Burgess, Cookie Jr., that are all going to play meaningful minutes and big roles on Friday night. So I did mention the Broncos. They did score 8 tries last week when they beat the Dogs 44-24. They're a good side. And the Kevin Walters-led team are going to be up for this game. So can you think of a bigger game mid-season that's all on the line? I think they've won 13 games and we've won 10. So we need to make it 11 and keep them on 13 to stay in contention with them. I've got a new Instagram page. It's called bunniestv.au. There's a link in the description of this video. I've also got a new Facebook group called Bunnies TV fan page. So join up there. Bunnies TV is brought to you by Darryl Lee, and we've got the Rockley Road Raspberry, the 3 R's. So when you're going in the supermarket, you see that, you go, I'm going to take you home, Rockley Road. We're also brought to you by NG Farah, the juniors group of clubs. They're drawing the car tomorrow too, so don't forget, if you've got a ticket in the car, you've got to be there tomorrow night at 7:30 at one of the juniors clubs to win that prize when they draw it. It's a brand new MG motorcar. Barnaby Water, premium structured water. You're watching this on our George's camera, at George's Cameras. Dot Bill Constructions, they've got a few new projects they're doing now. I just put one up today. Have a look at that. Blast Pit and Site Pizza. We'll have a look at the pathways, and it's interesting that there's a few that have been left out. So the pathways are on this Sunday at Redfern Oval. 1 o'clock kickoff for the Flag Boys and 3 o'clock kickoff for the New South Wales Cup. Now, both of those teams, our teams, are in front of the night, so we're expected to win both games, hopefully. I'm not sure about the live streaming. I'm going to see how I go as far as getting around. I plan to do it. I'd like to do it. We'll see how it goes. I'll let you know by Saturday if I'm going to do that. But it's a strong team. So you've got Josiah Karapani in the centres. You've got Davey Mawali named to start with Pete Mamazelis and Shaq Mitchell up front. And the back three of Ben Lovett, Jed Cartwright and Tallis Duncan. So that is a powerful back row if that remains like that. I'm not going to say that JD's going to change any of the extended bench, but if he does, this will change. But as that stands, that is a strong lineup. And then Gina Louise said, what about Tyrone? Is he playing? Can't wait to see him and Trell play together. So yeah, I was looking forward to that as well. I think he must be injured. He's not named anywhere. Unfortunately, the kid must have picked up an injury somewhere along the line, which is disappointing. So Tane Milne will play right wing, but he's been playing well there. He's played some good footy for us there on the right side. The Jersey Flag at 1 o'clock, like I said, and that's a strong lineup. Jules Zoltana and Ethan Ferguson in the centres. Ethan had a great game in the under-19s New South Wales when they dominated the Queenslanders. They couldn't handle him, the young fella. He was everywhere, kicking goals and scoring tries, and big future for young Ethan there in the Jersey Flegg team in the centre. So he's going to be worth going and having a look just for that, or watching the live stream if I do it. In the halves, Jai Gray and Brent Hawkins, younger brother of footy Dean Hawkins. So good luck to young Brent there starting at half. Shout out to Dad Ash and Mum. And it's a strong pack with the likes of Tane Woodford, Liam LeBlanc, Isaiah Valelo, Jackson Rami, Louis Grosmy. So, yeah, it's a strong lineup there. And blokes like James Kokonos off the bench. All right, well, won't keep you much longer. I want to thank you all for watching this live stream, for everyone who's live chatted. And it is a big game up there in the Sunshine Coast. It is the start of a big road trip for this team, and it'd be nice to think we can pick that up. I think we got the Dragons at Tamworth the week after, so there's a few games that we've got penciled in that we can win, but we want to win them all. We want to go now. We've got this powerful lineup. We've got some troops back. It's a great side, and if they go up there to Queensland and play the footy we know that they can play, they can beat the Broncos because we've got the class to do it. Thanks for joining me on Bunnies TV. We'll see you later.